Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we were discussing about the type of argument or parameter passing mechanisms. In this video onwards, we are going to deep dive into each one of them. And the first and foremost one we are going to discuss is about the positional argument, that is the default argument passing mechanism. Let's go ahead and see the first one, that is the positional argument. The first one is positional argument, and this is one of the default mechanism. This is the default argument passing mechanism in Python function. Default argument passing mechanism. Mechanism. So in this case, if you see any function like define some operation, okay, I'm going to add two values a comma b. Here I'll be doing c equal to a plus b and return c. In the function call, what this is the function definition. The function call, what we're doing, we are calling this a sum operation. Here we need to pass the parameters in the suppose x comma y, we have to pass this argument. Sometimes x equal to 5, y equal to 6, something like that. We have to pass these parameters. All these are the argument we need to pass. Once we pass argument, this will be replaced by the parameters inside this sum operation function. And there are a few things need to be taken care of. Here, number of arguments must be equal to the number of parameters. Number of arguments must be equal to the formal parameters. Okay, arguments also we call them as actual parameters. We call them as actual parameters. Number of actual parameters must be equal to formal parameters. If the number of these are the actual parameters or argument. If the number of arguments are not equal, either greater than or less than, then it is going to throw the exception. Another problem here is the order. If you're not keeping the same order as in the arguments, that is in the actual arguments and formal parameters, then that is going to cause issues. So we need to keep the order. The order should be maintained. The order should be maintained in both the area, that is in the function call and function definition. The order must be maintained. Okay, let's go ahead and see this in practical so that this concept will be more familiar. And I'm going to discuss about the issues which related to the number of arguments and what is the order of arguments and all with respect to that, so that the concept will be clear and it will be easy to understand what is the next one, why the next concept is going to resolve this issue. Let's go ahead and see that. Let's open this one. This is positional argument. Let's sum operations a comma b. I'm taking these two variable here. I'm just passing this as of now. I'm just calling x equal to 3, y equal to 6, and sum of x plus y. So I'm just calling this one x comma y. This will be x will be replaced by 3 and y will be replaced by 6, and it will be given to a and b here. And what it is doing here, c equal to a plus b, and return c. So here it is c, it is given 9. Suppose I'm just taking one more parameter, z equal to 5, and there also I am passing z. Let's take it as a new one. I'm going to pass this one. I have added one more variable in the actual parameters. Then how it is going to affect, what will be the result? So it is going to throw exception. What exception? Some operation function take 2 positional argument, but we have given 3. So that is a problem. We cannot give more than the default variable available in the sum operation. It should be exactly the same. Let's go ahead and see the reverse. I'm just going to give a, b, d, and here also a plus b plus d. So a plus b plus d. Here I'm not going to give z. I have given only 2 variable. But in the function we have 3 variable. In this case, there are also problem. Okay, sum operation is missing one required positional argument, that is d. When it start assigning the values, it is missing for A and B, it got values of X and Y. But for the D, there is no variable assigned, or there is no parameter passed from the sum operation or the function call. So that is also not permitted. Now I'm going to define another function called define a student. And in student, I have name, age, roll number, etc. Okay, I'm just going to pass this string, and I'm just going to call student name and no age, whatever it may be. Okay, now I'm going to print altogether name, age, roll number. I'm just going to pass this one. Okay, this is okay, exactly what it is given. It has given the result. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just changing the order. I'm just changing the order 1 and 2. Just change the order. Then what it is going to display? See, the name is replaced by not like that, not like this. It's my bad. Here, I'm just going to replace this name at the end, name at the end. Then let's see what's going to happen. Sorry, there is unwanted comma there. 20 comma. Yeah, now it is correct. Suppose I have given my name here, age, and roll number. But when I change the order, the name has taken by 20, and age has taken by name, and the roll number has taken 1. That is, what does it mean? If you're not keeping the order, then whatever the order we are giving, those values will leave us into each and every respective parameter in the function definition. So this is a problem. We don't need to do that, because whenever we assign some name, the name should go to that particular variable, and age should go to age variable, and the roll number should go to roll number. This is the issue with the default parameter. In the next one, we are going to see how to resolve this issue in the next level. That is what we're going to see on the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.